I wanted to discuss 5 books about the founding era that I think are required reading for anybody that wants to better understand not only the times that we live in, but the times that existed when the document that holds America's governance together was created and the men that had influence over it. The Radicalism of the American Revolution by Gordon S. Wood is probably one of the most important books when it comes to the founding era of America and American politics. Wood talks about the notion that America was an oppressed nation, had no other option but to secede from the British monarchy, but describes rather a nation where they understood that they were freer than most colonized countries. American Republics by Alan Taylor. This is a sprawling history by Taylor, and he does it in a thematic way that helps you understand the different pockets and nuances of the causes and motivations and ideologies of the American Revolution. It's not so much a narrative as some of the other books are, but Taylor is one of the most authoritative voices on American history and one that I think is certainly required reading. Founding Partisans by H.W. Brands. H.W. Brands, in my opinion, is one of the most authoritative voices when it comes to American history, and he knocks it out of the park with Founding Partisans. About 70% of this book is really just hovering over quotes and speeches and writings from the Founding Fathers during the founding era, primarily focused on the Constitutional Convention and the creation of the Constitution. This is probably the book that I would recommend to anybody that wants to get a true and authoritative understanding of the birth of American politics from a truly political perspective. These Truths, A History of the United States by Jill Lepore. This is more of a sprawling historical narrative of the United States starting in 1492 and all the way through into the 21st century. This does not focus so much on the American Revolution or the birth of American politics as much as the other books in this list do, but Lepore's work here is second to none. It's absolutely fantastic in the way that she's able to highlight the importance of the events that happened during and shortly after the American Revolution, the importance of those characters and the events that took place, and one that I think, while is pretty beefy and certainly the biggest book on this list, is required reading for anybody that wants a true narrative understanding of the history of the American experiment. And then last but not least, a book that I think everybody should have on their bookshelf, and that is some form of the Constitution and the founding documents in a book like this that covers not only the Constitution, but the Articles of Confederation, historic judgments through the Supreme Court, and just all of the required and necessary American documents to give you a better understanding of not only the government that has existed prior, but the government that is existing in front of us every single day, whether it will stand the test of time or not. Understanding how we got here is extremely important and absolutely relevant to the world that you live in if you live in America.